Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Medical Classes by Srinidhi Kumar Acharya. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel, and also I request you to give the valuable comments. So now we have seen many topics related to comorbidity in the last few videos, and now today I am uh, try to discuss. Today I will try to discuss another important topic related to comorbidity or pediatrics. So that is related to attention. That is related to attention. So when I say attention, now there are two important things related to attention. One is attention seeking behavior, and another one is attention deficit hyperreactive disorders. That is called as ADHD. So ADHD is very much a hot topic nowadays, and we will also discuss about ADHD in future. But today we will going to discuss about one of the very important factor in children or problem in children, especially growing children, related to attention. So before understanding ADHD, attention deficit hyperreactive disorders, or attention seeking behavior, these are two different issues. Attention seeking behavior is different. Attention deficit hyperreactive disorder is different. Of course, both are related to attention only. So we will first, before discussing these two hot topics, so we will first decide or discuss what actually attention is and what is its importance. So this is what is explained in this slide. That is, what do you mean by attention? That has to be taught first. Then attention seeking behavior should be understood first. Then we will discuss about attention deficit disorders, and then we will discuss about hyperreactivity disorders. So we will deal it one by one. In the first, we will start with, in the beginning, we will start with attention seeking behavior. Attention seeking behavior. Now, so first we will have an introduction regarding attention. This is quite interesting actually. Okay, so you pay someone attention when you get attention from somebody in return, isn't it? So when we start giving attention to others, so when we usually we start giving attention to others when you get attention from somebody in return, if they are also observing you, if they are also giving some reaction to your acts, or if they are also following you, then only you start paying attention to somebody. It's a very crucial thing. So it is the undercurrent economy happening around us. So we are living in a society because of only this factor. We are get observed by somebody, and we are also observing somebody. When we come to know that somebody is observing us, then we start giving the attention, and same is the case with others also. So therefore this whole communication which is going on, or whole world uh, is moving because of this undercurrent economy happening around us. Now we pay attention to each other and get attention in return, isn't it? So next, therefore this particular tendency of the human beings, maybe in the children, so we pay attention to each other and get attention in return. Okay, so if I am giving some attention to somebody and they're also observing me, and in turns we also give attention to them, or they also give attention to us. So this is a currency which the society is functioning. Actually, this is the currency. Attention is the currency through which the society is functioning. Without this, the society is tasteless. Okay, so if nobody is giving attention to anybody, everybody is in their own world. Of course, this is happening now in this mobile era, or social media era. That's a different thing. But even in the social media, also we're giving attention to somebody's tweets or somebody's post, etc. So that's why this is the currency in which the society is functioning. This is the currency through which the society is functioning. So in our brain, does something exist or not? It depends upon how much attention you give it. Suppose if you are doing in particular action or particular acts or any particular function, work, anything. So it depends upon how much attention you give it. Many times we do so many work without giving any attention. Many times we do the work with giving it attention. So it depends that how much attention you are giving for your activities. An activity which is done without giving any much attention will not have any values. A work which is done with giving some attention, it has got some value, and we also expect that somebody should give attention towards that and appreciate or give it some comments. So this is a very crucial word, very typical word, attention, and this do exist in our brain. Okay, so this is one of the higher mental function, which is carried through the frontal lobe of the cortex. So this is higher mental function, and it's very important. So it is so fundamental that more attention that you pay for something, more it becomes real. You thinking something as real when you start giving attention to that. And if you're not giving any attention to that, then you don't think that it is real. You may think it is unreal or imaginary. But once you start giving attention to that, you come to know that yes, these things exist. Yes, it is true. So, for example, pain. You take the example of pain. If in home we stuck with some table or get injured by ourselves, so then also we will have the pain, but we will not give much attention to that. But if somebody is firing you from the back or on your shoulder, and bullet hit your shoulder, and we are running to save our life, in that time we cannot feel the pain. See, this is how attention works. In the home environment, when something is stuck to you, table like that, and you are alone, and it is hit you, you feel very much pain. Okay, because you are giving attention to that particular pain. Another scenario where somebody is hitting you from the back by a bullet, and now you are running from that person to save your life. In that time, while running, you will not feel the pain. The reason is you are not giving attention to that pain, and your main motto is to save your life. Okay. In the second case, the attention is totally on saving your life, so you don't feel the pain. So therefore, how much attention you give to a particular activity, okay, so that decides whether the things are real or unreal, whether the things are existing or not existing, whether the things are practical or not practical. So this depends upon the attention that you give to that particular act. Similarly, in the human life also, if you have to pay some attention to me, then you start feeling that I am real, and if not, you think that I am not real. Similarly, in the human life also, this do happens. If you pay some attention to me, then you start feeling that I am real. Okay, and if you are not at all giving any attention to me, then you start thinking that this man is not real, so what he is doing is not real. So this is why when somebody get bothered, when somebody is not giving attention to them from whom they expect the attention. Okay, so this is why somebody get bothered. So many people are get frustrated, so many people are get disturbed when somebody is not giving attention to them from whom they actually expect some attention. Therefore, attention plays a very important role. Giving attention, taking attention, giving attention, and reciprocal attention. This behavior is very important for the existing of the day-to-day activities. So this is the basis of silent treatment also. See, when you expect some attention from somebody, okay, whom you believe more or love very much or like very much, but they are not giving any attention towards you. Now this is also called as silent treatment. This is the basis of silent treatment. See, silent treatment is like a punishment. There is no need of any physical hurting. Okay, so when somebody say, today onwards, I will not talk with you, don't come to me. So we feel very bad. If he's really a person who used to give attention to you, and suddenly he says that tomorrow onwards you don't come to me, I don't want to talk to you. That means he's not, tomorrow onwards he will not going to give any attention to you, and you feel very bad. Because you will get disturbed, because there is no physical um, hurting, but simply this particular emotional play, emotionally it disturbs you. That's the importance of attention. Now, why I'm explaining all these things? Now, understand the importance of attention to the child in during the growing phase. Okay, without attention, nothing can exist. Without attention, the total life actually stops there. Activity stops there. Okay, so giving utmost attention to the growing child in each and every phase of the growth is very important for the optimal growth and development of the child. That's the point actually we are discussing. So now somebody is not giving attention to you, it is like a punishment, although it is physically not hurting you or beating you or just ignoring you. That you should not just they are just ignoring you. That itself is the biggest treatment. You now just imagine if the same thing occurs to the growing child. Father and mother is not giving attention to the child. Now, what is going through the brain of the growing child? Okay, so all the further developmental process will go into stops there. It will be hampered. So, therefore, giving attention to the child in each and every phase of the growth round the clock is very important. Okay, so now actually ignoring somebody is a very hard punishment. Okay, we feel emotional pain, and when somebody ignores you, we feel very much emotionally painful. So same thing also occurred to the child when father and mother or relatives are not giving any attention to the child. So why is that? Our own sense depends upon the fact that does the other people pay attention to me or not? Because actually our acts depends upon whether somebody is giving attention to me or not. If somebody is giving attention to me, then I will try to correct myself. I will try to give more useful output, or I will try to impress them more. Suppose if I come to know that nobody is giving an attention, then I will also stop my activities. Okay, or I will also stop my efforts. So attention is very important for the survival, and also attention is very important for the growth. Okay, so first survival, then it turns into the growth. So growth is directly proportional to the uh, growth and development is directly proportional to the attention that is offered by the parents to the growing child. Now, attention is important for the survival and attention is important for the growth. First survival, then only it turns into growth. Uh, Now, a famous Subhashita is there in Bhartrhari Samhita. So, where Bhartrhari says that a beautiful flower is there. That beautiful flower is there in the forest. Okay. So, this beautiful flower will have two possibilities. One is somebody identify the beauty of that flower and they will bring it, and then they will sold it in the market and it will be purchased by somebody for a very good amount. Okay, and either it reaches the garland or either reaches the god's feet or whatever, it is completely utilized. Similarly, that particular flower which is present in the forest is not identified by anybody. Nobody has seen it. Nobody has seen it. And after 1 or 2 days, it will going to dry up and it will going to be wasted. Okay, so such a beautiful flower. It has got all the values. It has got all the credits actually with this. But in spite of that, it is not utilized because nobody has given the attention to that particular flower. So this is told in Bhartrhari Samhita. He gives that similarly a knowledgeable person is also like that only. If a person has got enormous knowledge and if he is identified by the people in the society, he can be best utilized for the welfare of the society. A knowledgeable person is not identified by anybody, then his knowledge also going to waste, just like the flower. So here, what I'm telling is, why I'm giving this example is of Bhartrhari Samhita is because this is how actually the attention is important. Okay, so with the attention only the life starts, and with attention only the life moves, and with the attention only the life get into the progress. So if you are not getting any reflection back in the form of somebody's attention for your acts, or you are not getting any feedback from anybody, then your brain start thinking that I am not putting anything out and I am not existing. This is how your brain starts. Just imagine the same thing for the baby also while he is growing. So in In a way, attention is nothing but power of the person. So we can say attention is nothing but somebody giving attention, or you're doing a work which is able to attract the attention of others. So this is the power of the person. This is power of the person. So attention seeking is nothing but power seeking also. It is also the power seeking. So if the child is not getting attention, then it will have so many problems. So what about those who don't want to get any other's attention? There is another category is there. There are some people who don't want to get attention of any other people. So they are doing their work acts by themselves. So usually their theory is, I am happy by myself. You may think that I am little introvert, but I am happy by myself by doing my activities, and what others think is no matter for me. So how do we explain such a behavior? Now actually there are two aspects of attention. One is you are putting something out and you are expecting something back in return. One is in return. Another is when you give the attention that somebody appreciate and you give more attention to your work and then get a feeling that I am getting too much of attention, then they think that I have to return it back. So this cycle keep on going. This is the first one. Okay, so I am giving some attention and I know that people are getting attention attracted by me. Then I keep on, the people get attracted towards me by doing the different things in return. So this is cycle is going on. Another is some people don't want their cycle going on, so they do their work and they know that people are giving attention to me, but still they are not putting further effort to attract more and more people or do such acts infrequently. So some people don't want the cycle going on and they're satisfied with one-time attention only. One-time attention only. So then they reduce their own output so that I cannot reply so much. Okay, so they will not corresponding to the people's attention towards them, and one time they will do and they are satisfied and they keep quiet. So in general, everybody have an optimal level of giving and taking attention under the normal physiological condition. Normal physiological condition. So later sometime somebody is giving too much of attention and others are not receiving, then it causes uncomfortable to somebody. Now this do happens when in the later sometime what happens is somebody is giving too much of attention, but others are not receiving it. See, this is how receiving the attention is, that means attention by the others is very important. Now what happens, usually a teacher is teaching in the class too much and teacher is very interested and he believes that the students usually give attention to me or my classes, etc. But in turn, students are not receiving, not giving an attention to you, your classes. Okay. So now this will be problematic to the teacher. Okay, now teacher will come into frustration and he will come into aggression or sometimes some other activities, etc. The same thing also occurs with the superstars. So people give superstar, film stars, etc. People give unwanted or unnecessary attention to them. And that star is now not in a position to receive all those things. So too much of attention expectation is also leads to so much of problems. Okay, so same is also happening with the money also. Suppose money also. So 100 rupees for a poor man is very much, and the same is of no value for a millionaire. Although the worth of the money is same, worth of the money is same, but 100 rupees is too much for a poor people, and 100 rupees is of no value for a millionaire, because now again the attention is very important for them. He has satisfied and a lot of money is coming, there is no attention given by a millionaire, but a poor man has got scarcity of money, he's giving attention to every pie. So somebody who is getting attention for many years continuously, then there is no value for that. But somebody who is rarely get the attention, it is big thing when it is a little also. This is the reality. Okay, if things are luxurious and everything is present by our nearby, then we don't have any value for that, and we will also not give much attention for such things because it is easily available. When the things are not easily available, then we give more attention towards that. Okay. So attention is just like a torch. In other words, to say attention means it is nothing but just like a torch. That means if you switch on the torch, then the things are visible, and if you switch off the torch, the things are not visible. Therefore, when you start giving attention to something, then the things are visible to you. And when you stop giving attention to something, the things are not visible to you. So when your attention shift, just like a torch switch off, everything is dark. So maintaining this attention is very important for the kid also. Okay, so without attention, the child cannot learn anything. Child cannot learn anything. Now, so we see only whatever out, and the torch is illuminating. That means in the brightness only we can see what are the things which are existing. Similarly, when you pay the attention to a particular actor, then only you can see what actually is, and you can start the process of learning. The reason why we not thinking now is attention is completely split onto thousands of things. Nowadays, as an adult, if I think, now we are not thinking much about attention, isn't it? We are doing work, and we are not doing giving much attention to all these things, what is happening around. But we are continuously doing our work. The reason is now our attention has been completely shifted to thousands of things. But in the growing child, it is not like that. Growing child always want the proximity of the parents. Okay, but as adults now we have got so many responsibilities, so therefore our attention is split to thousands of matter. So it does not matter much for us. What happens when we think about one thing or one problem? We are taking the torch of attention and shining it really bright on the one thing. So even today also, adults also, we also, if we start thinking about one thing particularly, so then we have got a clear-cut idea of that. Okay, but nowadays we are diverting our attention to many things. So therefore we feel that I'm not giving any attention to anybody. So more you shine, more you get the clarity. So and you can also solve it. So, but our fundamental problem is we think that we have seen everything when we see first time something. Okay, so first time when we something, then we think that we have seen everything. Actually, this is totally wrong. Okay, looking at photograph and all. Suppose a city is there and a photograph of a particular city you have seen, and basically you get an idea that yes, I have seen everything in that city. But once you go there at the ground level, you find so many things. So again, this is a human mentality. Okay, so these are considered as some of the basic ideas regarding to attention. Now we will have few seconds on the importance of attention on the growing child. The growing child always wants the proximity of the parents, especially starting from the breastfeeding. Okay, so child comes to the proximity of the mother, and child want the attention of the mother in the form of touch, in the form of talking, in the form of smiling, and etc. Okay, warmth of the mother, etc. These are all because child want to reproduce himself or herself in front of the mother and other family members. Now somebody has to be there who is giving attention to the child's activity or baby's activity. And if the mother is not available, suppose working mother and all, so this leads to a tendency of attention seeking behavior. Attention seeking behavior. Now attention seeking behavior, baby do some activities by which it is able to attract the parents. Okay, sometimes these activities may be also abnormal because baby normally nobody is giving attention to the baby. Now baby try to attract others by means of attention seeking activities. Okay, so now excessively baby is crying, baby is refusal to feeding, and baby is not sleeping, and these are actually some of the attention seeking activities shown by the baby, because baby think that if I do so, at least they come to me and they pamper me and I can able to get the attraction or attention of my parents. So such behavior is actually not good in consideration with the future psychological development. But when baby is having deficit of such parental care, love, etc., so usually all the babies they develop. So same thing can also develop in infant and even toddler also. Okay, therefore paying proper attention to each and everybody want attention, isn't it? As a teacher, I want attention of the students. As my parents want attention of their kids. Okay, so similarly, as a kid, if you think, it also wants the attention of the parents. Okay, that's very important. Otherwise, it will going to disturb the future psychological development of the child. Now, if mothers parents are not giving proper attention, then it leads to improper development of ego of the child. Ego, superego, id, these are some of the important things which comes under the psychological development. Okay, so that particular behavioral modification which happens after the birth, okay, in relation to the close family environment, so that will be get disturbed, and they will not have a good ego, and as a result the whole psychological development of the child is get disturbed. So attention seeking behavior is also exists sometime in adults also. So this is continuation of the childhood attention seeking behavior. Okay, even the it's quite we know that in the adolescent period also attention seeking is very much common. Boys and girls, they do so many things to attract each other. The whole life is going through the attention. Okay, so as a pediatrician, so we are discussing about the kid development of the kid. So we can, you just imagine yourself, if somebody, nobody is giving attention to you and nobody is bothered with what you're doing, then what will be mindset? A similar mindset will be there to the child also, growing child also. So then how come the creativity, the intelligence level, then learning capacity will going to increase? It is quite impossible. So that's the importance of attention and attention seeking behavior. This is the first part of attention, and in the next class we will discuss about attention deficit hyperreactive disorders. So first part we have covered, that is attention seeking behavior and attention. The basics are over. Now we will come to the actual topic, that is attention deficit hyperreactive disorders. That we will going to discuss in the next class. Thank you very much for patience listening, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, and also please give your valuable comments.